Halloween night at the Chiller. Fans decorated up, the field decorated. Cavaliers get the opening kickoff, facing off with LC Bird. Next to last game of the season, Demetrius Bell gets a little bit of a return, and the Cavaliers' opening drive put to a quick stop. Sal Sadati goes down, and Bird will force the punt by the Cavaliers. Minnow punts it away, and Bird will not get a return on this first punt. So the Skyhawks offense comes out. They'll go to work on the ground, picking up some big yardage early on this drive. And finally a stop made by number 28, Jalen Smith. Skyhawks continue to pound away on the ground and eventually drive their way into the end zone, scoring an early touchdown. Extra point will be up and good. Skyhawks lead 7-0 early in this one. Student section on hand, still cheering on their Cavaliers. Cavalettes decorated up in their Halloween spirit wear along with the cheerleaders, and Cavaliers take another kickoff and a little bit of a return on this one. Bell finally gets forced out of bounds, and Sadati finds out it's just not working up the middle. So the Cavaliers will go to the air, and this one will be intercepted. Skyhawks pick off the pass, and they're going to take it back to inside the Cavaliers' 5-yard line, and on the next play, the Skyhawks will take it on the ground and into the end zone. It's another Skyhawk touchdown. The extra point attempt will be good, and the Skyhawks have 14 unanswered points in the first quarter. The Cavaliers looking to turn things around here, taking the kickoff once again. This time it's Frank Boyd on the return. He picks up a few. Cavaliers get a couple of yards on the ground, but again, the Skyhawk defense hold tough, and the Cavaliers will have to punt it away, and Skyhawks pick up the late bounce and turn it into something positive. Cavalier defense comes back to the field. Marcus Tyson's going to bust through the line and score himself a sack and make a good stop for the Cavaliers. Bird goes back to the air, and they'll find success again here. Finally brought down by a host of Cavaliers, including 44, James Washington. Cavaliers forced the fumble on that one, and they are going to get the ball back. So the Cavaliers take over on offense once again. Andre Crawley trying to turn the corner there, picking up a few yards, but finally forced out. But the Cavalier drive will be unsuccessful. They'll have to turn it back over to Bird, and the Skyhawks start pounding away on the ground again and then go back to the air attack, looking downfield, and still deciding to keep the ball this time. The quarterback will take it into the end zone. It'll be touchdown, Skyhawks. Extra point will be good. Bird will lead 21-0. Again, Cavaliers looking for something on the return, but just not much there for Frank Boyd, even with some good blocks by Sal Sadati and some others. Cavalier offense just can't seem to hold up to the pressure of the Bird defense, and they'll end the first quarter down by 21 points. Skyhawks with the ball back, go to the air attack, and finally brought down by a couple of Cavaliers, and fighting his way there, the Bird receiver. Skyhawks again to the air and open in the end zone. Touchdown. Good defensive play there by number 4, Tariq Henderson, but the Skyhawks will make the catch. Extra point good. Skyhawks lead 28-0. Kickoff. Cavaliers again looking to try to build some momentum here. And it's Boyd on the return, but just not much there. Again, offensively, Cavaliers stacked up on the offensive line, and Minnow will come out and punt it away again for Clover Hill. Great move there. He decides to pick the ball up, but it's not going to be much of a return. Cavaliers there ready to defend. And again, getting through the line, Tyson making a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage. But the Skyhawks are able to find success in the air once again. They'll drive it over into the Cavaliers side of the field. Skyhawks will keep it in the air, and another big catch there, even with a good hit by Sal Sadati. And then the Skyhawks go to the ground, but they get driven back by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers making a nice stop there. Brad Sprouse and a couple other Cavaliers there. And finally, though, the Skyhawks will find their way into the end zone, and it will be 35-0 with 2:34 left in the first half. Cavaliers, again, just unable to get anything momentum-wise on offense. Minnow doing a nice job there, dancing around and finally punting it away. Gets a good punt away, and the Skyhawks look to make a return here, but he's going to pick up some yardage, finally chased down by a pack of Cavaliers. Skyhawks look trying to score one more time before the end of the half, and they'll do it. go to the air, into the end zone. It's 42-0 with 20 seconds left in the first half. And Cavaliers get one more chance, and it's going to be Demetrius Bell trying to dance around the field, find an open lane, but he'll get shut down, and that's going to bring an end to the first half of play. Cavaliers will trail 42-0 heading to the halftime break. Fernando Pascal kicks it away to the Skyhawks to open the second half. Tried to do the onside, but ball just stopped right dead in the turf there and didn't go anywhere. Got stuck in the pumpkin, I guess, and Skyhawks take over with good field position. Nice defensive plays by the Cavaliers early in the second half, and an interception there. Number 20, Kwame Bostic, picking it off and nearly taking it back to the house. He gets brought down. Cavaliers going to make it a couple attempts at getting it in. There's Bostic carrying again. He picks up some positive yardage. But then the Skyhawks defense tightens up. They'll shut down Crawley on the end around, and then it's Fernando Pascal going for the field goal, and it's good. So the Cavaliers will avoid the shutout. Fernando Pascal putting 3 on the board. Cavs trail 42-3, and they kick it away to the Skyhawks, and looking for some running room here. The Skyhawk return man, but the Cavaliers come to call, and special teams working out okay for the Cavaliers. Still, the Skyhawks able to bounce through, breaks a couple tackles, and will take it in, well, just short of the end zone, and a couple plays later, they're going to drive it in. The Cavaliers give up another touchdown, and it's going to be 48-3. Skyhawks kneel out the extra point. Kick back to the Cavaliers, still looking to drive something down the field, and the special teams from the Skyhawks doing well into the third quarter. Running the clock at this point, 48-3. Cavaliers offense, just nothing on the positive side there. Can't seem to work in the air or on the ground. Big defensive line for the Skyhawks holding them back. But the Cavalier defense still fighting. Sal Sadati making a good stop right there. And they look to get the sack, but he manages to get the ball away, and it's a touchdown late in the game. Long pass for the Skyhawks, and that's pretty much going to wrap things up for the night. Skyhawks are going to win this one 54-3. Cavaliers will have their last home game, last game of the season, next week at the Chiller versus Houston.